To that, thank you. A new partnership is making mental health care more accessible for people on the southeast side of Topeka. Tricia Sidlett from Sent Topeka is here with Kristen Stock from Valeo Behavioral Health. Welcome to you, telling us about this great partnership that has been taking place. And if we can start with a look at the need, Tricia, Sent operates out of southeast Topeka, the Highcrest neighborhood in particular. What was it that you were seeing there in terms of access to services and the need that people had?
So at Sent, we're able to offer mental health services, but we don't have anyone who can do that medicine or for specifically for mental health needs. And we know that it's a transportation barrier. There's a lot of need to get across town, and we only have one bus stop. And so it can be really taxing to get across town for those appointments, just to get your med checks. And med checks, sometimes you need those about every 3 months. So we said, hey, what if clients could access those appointments straight from our building?
And this is talking about medications for people who are being treated for mental illness. Kristen, what is the med check that we refer to when it comes to mental health?
For medications, yeah, like Tricia said, every 3 months they have to have those medications looked at to see if there needs to be any changes and to continue getting those scripts written.
And what do you see? Do sometimes people either are they mismedicated or they just miss appointments and so then they fall off their meds? What happens if people don't end up getting those med checks as needed?
Both of those things, yes. Falling off of medications can have an increase in symptoms and can cause some problems for people if that happens. So we want to make sure that they're able to access those so they can continue to take their medications and stay stable.
So what is it that Valeo did to help out?
Well, we already offer telehealth services, but in talking with Sent, we realized there might be a need for someone who may not have internet services, they may not have the technology they need, they may not have just a space for that privacy to have that meeting. And so we thought it would be great to have that available right there in their neighborhood that they could get to easily and utilize that.
So people can go to your location, in order to access it. I noticed some people, they think it's foreign. Doesn't everybody have a phone now? Doesn't everybody have internet in that home? What is happening in that southeast Topeka neighborhood that you're saying, no, not so easy?
So for us, it was an easy yes to be able to create a private space. Even if you have a phone, maybe you don't have a space that you feel comfortable talking with your doctor, maybe there's too many people around. For us to be able to just create that space and accessibility, it was an easy way for us to support our community, partnering with Valeo, who does that really valuable service that we aren't able to offer.
What has been the expansion, Kristen, when it comes to telehealth for mental health care and mental health services?
Well, it expanded quite a bit with COVID, and especially with therapy. And so that we have been doing quite a bit of that as an option for people who aren't able to get across, transportation barriers. I don't know how much it's gone up. I can't tell you that number, but it's really been helpful for people, especially people who isolate and don't want to get out.
I'll tell you what, yes, telehealth went up during COVID, but it also highlighted what you're talking about, the barricade to access to those broadband and mental health, or not just mental health services, but broadband services that people who you could say, well, if you can't get out, just call up your telehealth. Well, there could be maybe an age barrier or that access barrier because internet access is an expense.
Yeah.
So this is a great solution for it.
Absolutely, and we offer many other services right in our building. So they can come visit our pantry and do a med check, visit our clinic. There's a lot of things they can accomplish by that one visit, making that time really valuable for them.
When did the partnership launch, Kristen?
Last Wednesday.
Yeah.
Last Wednesday, so super new. What are you seeing maybe already in these first days?
We did not have anyone access the services this first day, but there's going to be some time for it to get out, the word to get out a little bit. And even if it's one person a month, it still is that one person that we increased access for. So
absolutely. So when are you offering the service? Because it's not like you're doing this every single day. When could people go and access these services?
Wednesdays from 8:30 to 4:30.
And part of it is they need to be a Valeo patient, right?
Correct.
How do they maybe start that process?
If they are not a Valeo patient, they can go to our intake center and have an intake and get evaluated for services.
And you can get them hooked up as well.
Yeah, I will send them directly there. All the clientele will be scheduled through Valeo, and we'll just provide the space and then welcome them and show them how to get started.
Well, it's an important partnership, an important way to not only utilize telehealth, but also establish that connection for those who maybe don't have those internet facilities or access or capabilities in their own homes. You can get information at senttopeka.com, valeotopeka.org. Tricia, Kristen, thank you so very much. Appreciate you being here to let us know about it.
Thank you.
Returning turning our attention to physical health of children coming up. If your child is